seems to have the bit between his teeth this competition. He's really focused in the eyes. I think this is going to be a great spectacle.
Yeah, Sam, will it play on his mind that he's had those 5 setbacks, silver medals that he's had to accept? Will the demons crowd into his mind? Will the chimp on his shoulder say, you can't do this? And will he be able to bat him away and say, oh yes, I can?
Hey, come on.
Or will it be Tom winning that 3rd title? We'll find out in the next 30, 45 minutes, maybe longer. It went over an hour for Sam in that quarter-final against Andrew. It was about, I think, an hour and 7, 8 minutes, something like that. Sam was going for a hat-trick, of course, but lost alongside Paul Drinkle, the men's doubles final, to Tom and to Connor Green. Well, that play on his mind, he's already lost to Tom today. Lots of questions.
I think we'll see some high quality tapers here, lots of rallies. They'd both like to play rallies. Tom maybe slightly more powerful than Sam in the rally. Sam tends to play with more spin, finesse. He likes to move the ball around the table. Tom typically is happy to go power to power, you know.
Maybe that'll be the key for Sam, that variety, the change of pace, change of direction. Sam's been serving well. Is that something you think he's consciously worked on, trying to improve that serve?
Yeah, he found something in the feeder in Dusseldorf. He was 0-2 down against a chap called Roger, and he started to do a reverse serve short into the forehand from the middle of the table, and that started to work really well, and he's gained confidence from that. And you can see right at the start of this, he's come out with intent. He's coming across the table and he's serving a reverse serve short to forehand. Tactically, he'll know Tom doesn't like that serve, so you know he's got off to a good start here.
Yeah, that's the way to keep the chimp on your shoulder quiet. Make a good start and then build on it. Don't let doubt creep in. But Tom's pretty robust as well mentally. In fact, that's arguably Tom's greatest strength is his mental strength. So it's going to be a fascinating match. Again, you see that variety of direction from Sam, but not helped by the net there. Couldn't recover.
Both playing Bundesliga 1 in Germany professionally. Sam currently plays for and has signed again for Grenzau. And Tom is playing from Grundvettersverband at the moment, and are battling to stay up in that Bundesliga 1. Had a fantastic result last week. He beat a man called Darko Jorgic, who spent the last 5 years in the top 10 in the world. He's a triple European top 16 champion, so that was a fantastic win from Tom.
Yeah, Darko's been very consistent, one of the top 3 or 4 in Europe for a great many years, and kryptonite to Liam Pitchford, of course. He's beaten him in a few matches Olympics, top 16s.
Yeah, I remember those matches all too well. Paris and Tokyo.
Yeah. Liam probably wasn't helped by getting probably the easiest draw of all in the first round of the Paris Olympics. Had a very one-sided match against Fiji and Vicky Wu, and would have wanted a higher calibre opponent to open up against, and then have to step it up against, well, several steps up to play Darko in the second round. Going to see Fiji men actually at the World Championships. Oh, great rally. Sam on the defensive at first, and then able with that shot there to turn it back into attack, come closer into the table and force the error from Tom.
That's Sam at his best. When you've seen Sam at his most exciting, he's back retrieving, you think you've got him, he still gets the ball back on the table. I personally think he's one of the best in the world at retrieving and playing from the deep.
Yeah, he certainly has no qualms about backing away from the table. Most of the top players don't, mind you. They're quite happy to be slugging it out from the back of the court. But as you say, Sam,
7-6.
Bit of finesse about his defence. How tough is it to get it back when you're retrieving from, so far back from the table and still having to hit a relatively, you're not having to hit half the table, you're having to hit a small percentage of that half of the table to be effective.
Yeah, I think just putting it back on from the deep is not necessarily that difficult for the top players. I think the challenge is you're trying to hit it as close to the white line on the opponent's side, so it gets beyond them, so they can't smash you wide and finish the point. So you're aiming for the white line, you're trying to put topspin on the ball so the ball's kicking up. And the obvious thing is you're trying to get back to the table to then take the initiative, because it's hard to win just lobbing or fishing, as we say.
8-7.
So even though Sam is brilliant back there, he will still only win a few points from back there. But sometimes you might win 1 point just at the right moment from back there, and it changes the momentum of a game.
Yeah, you're looking for that ability to stop lobbing and play the flatter one to come back into the table, or even hit an outright winner. There's a great iconic rally from the Team World Cup when Pitch was playing Fan Zhendong and Pitch won a 30-shot rally or something from the back, having lobbed and lobbed and lobbed, hitting the white line, as you said, and then suddenly pouncing and turning it into attack. But it's Tom in this first game who has the advantage coming into the business end of the game.
7-10.
Brings up 3 game points. This is where Sam needs to just keep a calm head. Remind himself, actually, it doesn't matter if I lose this one. Yeah, it's not ideal. And I haven't lost it yet anyway.
Let 7-10. 11-7.
Yeah, there it is. It's
Game
Tom who gets
Jarvis.
the first one on the board, and work to do for Sam to get back into this. And Howard in the corner. They'll have had the game plan hatched between them. As I say, it's that voice in your head, isn't it, saying, there you are, you see. That's what Sam needs to fight against. He's got the quality. Has he got the mentality to fight his way back into this? Yeah, that was the one we were talking about when he was fishing from the back of the court. Turned it into a winning situation, but ultimately it was Tom who got the game on the board. Tom's won this before. That does it. It's so much of any elite sport is in the head, and Tom knows how to get it done. Sam doesn't. He's got to find a way to get it done.
Sam for this championships has looked really relaxed. If I take you back to the semi-final, was it the quarter-final against Andrew Bagley? Yeah. 0-3 down, 0-4 down in that fourth set, and somehow pulled it out. And yet he didn't look stressed even at 0-3 and it's 0-4 down. So there's a calmness about Sam, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Just there in the corner, he doesn't look stressed. He's listening to Howard in the corner, his long-time coach, and he's just going, okay, yeah, I'll go again. You know, it's a different mindset, which is nice to see.
Jarvis to serve.
Yeah,
Lovell.
I think maybe he was almost afraid to win before, and this year he's not, and he's okay if he's beaten by a better player, because he'll just say, yeah, okay. I played the right way, and the guy at the other end of the table had just that little bit extra quality. That I'm fine with that. Maybe that's what held him back previously.
This is where Tom is so difficult to pass. He stands in the middle of the table, he makes himself big, and he just gets everything back.
What sort of opponents would they be playing against in the Bundesliga? Some high quality. You mentioned Darko, obviously, but there's a few other great players in that league.
There's many players. You've got, of course, Darko, you've got Christian Carlsen, you've got Matthias Carlsen, you've got players such as Shinazuka, Dimitrov. The list goes on. There's just so many players. It's not an uncommon thing. It would be a fair estimate to say that every team has a player who can operate inside the top 25 in the world as a player in the team.
Fan Zhendong among them. He's been playing in Germany, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And,
he's just made a signing for Dusseldorf.
Yeah.
Fan Zhendong, so I mean their team will be incredible.
There's rumours that he might be making a comeback to China for the national squad for the World Championships.
Well, who knows?
Just while we're still in the early
3-2.
stages of this game, and what an opportunity it is for our men to be playing against China, Sweden and South Korea, and women have got Japan, Germany and France. Just from the men's point of view, we're watching two of the players who are likely to be playing a central role. Certainly Tom will be as our number one. Will they
3-all.
see it as an opportunity, or will they be a bit daunted by it, or not?
I think it'll all be an opportunity. You know, China, you'll be, you know, you're the stats man. I mean, when was the last time China lost in a World Championships? I mean, was it 2000?
2000 on the men's side, yeah.
26 years ago. So we're going into a match knowing that these guys haven't been beaten for 26 years. That's an extraordinary
4-3.
record, and so you can't see that anything other than an opportunity to just test ourselves. You know, Tom will be going on there, as will Sam, as will those we selected today, and you know, it'll be how close can I get to these guys, and if I'm not getting close, why is that, and if I'm winning points, why is that? There'll be a lot of analysis that goes into it, and that'll form part of our journey moving forward as a team. You know, we'll take our learnings and try to be better next time, and it's not impossible, of course, that we take a few sets, rubbers or whatever, but it's obviously very difficult.
Yeah, but we are guaranteed a place in the last 32, and you don't know what the draw is going to give you, and you know, a couple of wins and suddenly you're within a match from a medal, as it happened in Kuala Lumpur in 2016. I know you weren't a part of that, but you would have been watching on, I'm sure. And it's sometimes things can just come together very quickly, and you're in the shake-up.
Yeah, you just need one or two good moments at the right time, and then you got a chance.
Very competitive though. Maybe is it fair to say China haven't lost on the men's side for 26 years? Is this the year France are getting closer? Japan have suddenly got a couple of good young players coming through to support Tomokazu Harimoto. Sweden, of course, have won world silver. Is this perhaps the most likely time that we might see that record broken?
I certainly think in the men's it could be. So in the Asian Games,
5-6.
I believe Japan was 2-0 up on China, and they ended up losing 3-2, but they were 2-0 up. Obviously France are very, very good with the two brothers, Simon Gauzy, and then you have Sweden. Jules Morgard, you know, he's capable of taking two against anybody, and then you only need one more. So yeah. I do think you're probably at a time in history where if it was ever going to happen, it could happen this year.
Yeah. Women have lost it more recently, actually. Singapore in 2012 out of, not out of nowhere, that's not fair, but certainly not expected. So yeah, it can happen, and yeah, the last 5 women's finals have been China and Japan. So it'll be a brave person who bets against it being a repeat, and we get to play China in the Japan in the women's seeding stage, of course. So just turning our attention back to here. So Sam with a 1-point lead at just past the midway point of the game.
This is a similar scenario to the previous women's final, Tia and Tintin. I almost feel that it's much more beneficial for Sam to win this set than it would be for Tom. This feels like I wouldn't like to say a must-win set, but if Tom loses, I don't think there's any panic stations. I think if Sam's 0-2 down, it becomes really tough. And he'll know that, of course.
That slender advantage for Sam with a serve to come.
8-all.
Yeah, not a lot in it at all in this game. It's been 1 point leads, maybe 2 on a couple of occasions. But yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I think this is more important for Sam to see if he can find the quality over the next, whatever it is, 3, 4, 5 points to take this game. Change of direction, but Tom was wise to it.
8.
Sam opts for a slightly deeper position from the table to Tom. That might just be the difference in those trading rallies.
Oh,
8.
great rally.
10.
Shame it ended that way. Tom quick to apologise, but it has brought up 2 game points for a 2-0 lead. Sam looking slightly wry smile there, I thought I saw playing across his face.
It's an extraordinary rally though, you know, these guys are playing at the top of their game. It's so unfortunate for Sam to lose the point in that manner, but I mean, you don't get much better than that.
No. In other eras, Sam would have won this title. I mean, you know, Liam and Paul, it's his misfortune to have come through at the same time as the two of them, and then, or at least not far behind Liam.
8.
And of course, Tom has emerged from the pack as well and proved to be a world-class player. But it's great for English table tennis. Sam will be very frustrated that he's never won it, but he's still got a lot of career left, and he's still had a very good career. Great stuff again,
9-10.
saving that first game point. Yeah, England don't win that World Championship medal without Sam Walker. You know, he's been an integral part of the squad, and yes, it's an individual sport, and this is the one he really craves. But he's had some great moments, better career than a lot of very fine players in a team context.
Mm. I think it'd be remiss of us to say, or not mention that, unfortunately, Liam Pitcher can't make the World Team Table Tennis Championships in London.
Sam, 10 all.
But what an opportunity it is for Connor Green, who's been selected for the team, to come and prove himself. And, you know, Liam's been leading the team for such a long time, and we miss him, but also opens up an opportunity for someone who might not have been selected otherwise.
Yeah. Great rally again there. Tom bringing up a 3rd game point with that clubbing forehand down the line. Opened up the space and then put it away beautifully. Yeah, I mean, Liam will still be playing a role behind the scenes, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, he'll be on the prep camp, he'll be training, he'll be helping the lads, and he'll be looking forward to getting back into the team.
Another one saved by Sam, showing good mentality. I think you're right, there is a slightly different mentality to some of the previous finals that Sam has been in. He does seem a lot more relaxed, living in the moment a little bit more rather than dwelling on what's just happened.
He just looks so much calm and more confident, and, you know, a bit happier out there.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen moments with Sam where he gets frustrated, but actually he's just playing his part in what's been an amazing final up until now.
And he's got a game point of his own now, so takes this one. We're 1-all. Sam's in the game. He'll feel even a bit more relaxed, perhaps. He's getting married in July, isn't he? I think, or certainly sometime this summer. So
I think he is, yeah.
maybe that's got something to do with it.
And
he's done it. So Sam, with that calm focus that he's been showing in this match, takes the 2nd game, and we're at 1-all.
Takes some mental strength, that does. He was 8-10 down there, having lost an epic rally to an edge, and then suddenly he wins 13-11.
Just had a message from Tintin asking me to check a fact for her. So she thinks she won her first title 10 years ago. I can tell. Well, that's true, actually. It was back in 2016 when she beat Kelly Sibley, having lost to her in the previous final. Yeah, just after the Kuala Lumpur World Medal, actually. That was at Hatfield. Last time we were not at Nottingham. No, not true, actually. We came to Nottingham in 2017, but the Nationals were played at the Copper Box in 2018 because we were in venue already for the Team World Cup. But yes, I'll message Tintin back. It was 10 years ago, if you're listening, Tintin, but there will be a WhatsApp coming your way shortly. So yeah, 8 out of
Third
10
game.
years she's won. There was it
Walker
should
to
be
serve.
11. There wasn't one during
Lovell.
COVID, of course. Her great friend Maria Sapsinos was the only other athlete to win it in that last decade. Twice she beat Tintin in the final. Back to the men's. So 1-1. Sam bringing it back level with some calm play, saving 3 game points in that second game, and then taking his own first chance.
1-1.
What are you saying then, Paul? Do you think this might turn into one of the great epics of the...
Well, it could do. It could do. It's, you know, we might get 14-12s, 16-14s. Who knows?
Part of me hope it does, because I'm enjoying it so
yeah,
much.
it's high quality. We saw, yeah, the women's game was 4-0, but there was some great high quality from both players in that, and they're all close games. Tintin really had to be on her mettle to see that one home. But yeah, I think hey, it may still be 4-1, but the quality will still be there all throughout, I'm sure, and there'll be some close games. Yeah, great angle that Sam found there. Not that one, that one.
They're just absolutely crunching the ball, aren't they?
Yeah. And it's which of them just has the self-awareness, I suppose, just to take a little bit of pace off now and then vary the pace. That's sometimes underrated. You can get into a slugfest, and you don't always. You're living in the moment. It's just that instinct to say, whoa, slow down a little bit, take a bit of pace off.
3-2.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's so easy, and there's a pride thing to it as well. It's almost like you're not going to outslug me, I'm going to outslug you. And actually, sometimes the finesse, the touch, the spin, the depth on the table can be equally as difficult for the opponent to respond to.
Is that intuitive? Oh, unlucky, Sam. Really reached that one.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it sort of just happens naturally. It's quite hard to overthink table tennis. As soon as you start thinking, if you like, it can just be paralysis by analysis, if I'm honest with you. It's more about maybe the odd nudge from the coach here and there, but actually you've just got to go on feel.
Yeah, and I've seen the way that the guys train, and you're quite big on not getting robotic when even when you're drilling a particular skill. Vary it within the drill. Don't just go all backhand down the line over and over again. Flick it the other way. It's keeping yourself on your toes as well as the opponent. It's interesting how you can drill instinct.
Yeah.
And you know, you can just drill that innovation in mid-rally.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Tom just opening up a 2-point lead that we saw in the last game. That doesn't necessarily count for anything.
Sam stepping up to the table there. I think he definitely knows that if he's too deep, it's really tough. You saw him there jump forward with the back and then go even further forward, closer to the table. You know, it's a good table tennis. It really is.
6-6.
At this level, 6, 7 inches further back than your opponent can make all the difference, the timing you have. But also, of course, the further you come back from the table, the angles get wider. If you're close to the table, you can shorten the angles and make it more difficult for your opponent to pass you.
Just that awareness in mid-rally that, oh, I've drifted a bit too far. I don't need to be this far away. I'll use the momentum of the shot to take me closer. Kind of similar to what you were talking about, Tintin, about the way she plays with forward momentum into her shots, all coming from the legs.
Yeah.
All.
So Sam is changing the pace now. So he's starting with a little bit of a slower topspin, much more heavy spin. Then he's coming in with a quick ball, and he's definitely thinking about changing the pace.
Come on!
8-7.
It's the first loud show we've heard from Tom in a wee while. Just letting Sam know he's there.
Imagine how many times these players have played against each other.
Yeah.
Hours and hours in the practice hall.
So almost a little bit of pride to try and find something else, something surprising that they've not seen before.
7-9.
That's Tom, that mental toughness that we've come to admire about him. Winning those last two on serve to open up a 2-point advantage. So can Sam respond on his serve?
8-9.
Great serve again. So much spin on that. You can't always appreciate that from our position. Oh, Sam did everything right then, apart from put that away. Accelerated, change of direction, great get there as well. But it's Tom who has 2 game points. It's such high quality, isn't it? I mean, goodness me, that's probably the rally of the day. And look at that down the line.
That is, yeah, it's absolutely incredible.
Yeah. I was watching that one, not on the monitor, but through the window, so I had a sort of more of a bird's eye view of it. Absolutely spellbinding rally, that one. 1 game point saved. 1 more for Tom. Oh, and he's missed it this time. Tom lets out a bellow as he moves back in front, 2-1. But it's only 11-9. Sam won't be too bothered, shouldn't be too bothered. He's well in this still. Plenty of table tennis in him. Some of the best bits of that match. We're going to see that great shot down the line in a minute. There it is. But then, game point, number 2. This time, the backhand down the line misses for Sam, and he finds himself staring at a deficit once again. Moving towards the last few games of the day. If you like what you've seen on YouTube so far, don't forget to subscribe. You'll be updated with all the latest content, and there's some cracking content coming up and already on our channel actually, particularly around the World Championships. So subscribe now, and you'll receive notifications when new content arrives in the next few weeks. 5 weeks. Only 5 weeks to the World Championships. Wow.
Fly!
Don't forget you can still get tickets for that actually. They're at a premium now. There are not so many left for the 2nd and 3rd of May, that weekend when England are playing all those great nations, China, Japan, Sweden, etc. But yeah, make sure you get your tickets before they're all gone for those games, and look out for the round of 32 draw, because England will be involved in that, potentially on the bank holiday Monday. What better way to spend an early spring bank holiday than at Wembley Arena watching that? Head over to our website now. You'll find the links to Ticketmaster and Access, who are selling the tickets. But before all that, we've got the little business, the little matter of the men's singles champion to crown. Tom Jarvis now in front and making a fast start to this 4th game. We've not seen a 3-point lead for a little while. It's mostly 1s and 2s in the last couple of games. Sam needs this one. But he doesn't get it. Oh, and just the first little ejection on Sam's face. He needs to snap out of that. How does Sam change the momentum of this game, Gavin?
Well, I think in this 4th set, what's happening is Tom is playing now deliberate deep pushes to Sam's backhand, waiting for a slightly slower topspin and then coming in with extreme power, and it's difficult. Sam needs to try to, if he can, get a bit more quality on the first topspin. Maybe ask Tom to attack first and take over the rally. Got to change the dynamic if it's not going your way.
Well, he's on the board now after the first 4 points went to Tom.
It's a better system, that Sam coming over, flicking strong, putting pressure on Tom from the outset of the point. As soon as you let Tom get his power shots in, he's just so dominant.
How high can Tom go? I mean, he's well inside the top 100, approaching the top 50. That's the next sort of glass barrier to break through, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, clearly he's playing very well. In the last year, he's beaten players inside the top 50. He's training very hard. He's very dedicated. He's still very young, so you know, I would say that he can definitely reach a top 50 level and then beyond. You know, I think he's got true potential. But you know, table tennis is so difficult to judge. To put an actual number on where someone could be is a little bit challenging.
Yeah, and the world rankings in some way, while they're important, they're a little bit false. They don't always reflect the ability and the ability to get results against players who are also at the top of the world.
I mean, 3 weeks ago he was 59 in the world,
Yep.
and you know, climbing still. So you know, let's see where it takes him.
Last 16 of the World Championships last year, of course. Great win over Dang Shou. He must have been having kittens in the corner though when he was 3 up and Dan came back to 3-all.
It certainly was.
4-6.
Tom found a way to get that one over the line, and then one of the remaining was one of the Ionescu's, was it, that he beat in
No,
the...
it was Julian Chirita.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And then memorable match against Liang Jin Kun, which on another day, and then Tom got 2 games, I think it was.
4-7.
I think it was 2-2 and he was leading in the 5th, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so. And there was the wet ball. I would say controversy. Tom immediately accepted it. Actually won the Richard Bergman Award for fair play. No consolation after losing a match like that, of course, but you know, nice to be recognised. And he was appreciative of that, but yeah, he'd rather have the victory and not the fair play award. Tom is acutely aware, actually, of the history of this sport. He understands as well that he's a flag bearer for English table tennis. He's a good role model. They both are, in fairness to Sam as well. Oh, what a tremendous rally, and Sam just missing by a whisker after what was that, close to 20 shots?
Again, Tom doing what the best do. So Sam had him back. He had him back deep where Tom doesn't like it, and Tom, when he got the opportunity, made a step forward close to the table, regained momentum in the rally, and that's what the best players do. You think you've got them back, and suddenly they're on top of the ball again, and he doesn't want to be back from the table, and he forced the issue there.
Just with the 3-point lead.
6-8.
That was an important one, you feel, because Sam's now got these 2 serves to come. He's been serving pretty well. So he will, in his mind, think, well, yeah, get these 2 and I'm back level. Remember, he was 4-0 down at the start of this game.
6-9.
No, not to be. Still 1 serve to come. That was an edge. I couldn't quite see if it was the edge or the side. No, he's hit the ball from within the bounds of the table, so it could only have been an edge.
I feel like that's 1 back for Sam. I do think, again, maybe Tom's had the
maybe
slightly more fortunate.
Yeah, maybe. Very easy to say it evens out, as we said in the game earlier. The women's final, it doesn't always even out within the same match. It might do in the long term, but so 3 game points. Is this a pivotal moment when Tom puts one hand on the trophy for the 3rd time? There it is.
Game Jarvis.
So Sam's going to have to do this the hard way if he's to get his 1st title. Tom takes a big step towards his 3rd. It's 3-1 to the top seed. Well, there's a smile on Sam's face. I'm taking that as a good sign.
It almost feels a little bit despairy there as well. I genuinely think Sam's playing really well in this match, but he still can't find a way through Tom, so he's probably thinking to himself, what more do I have to do?
It's frustrating because Sam's finding higher levels, but of course everyone else is moving forward as well.
And Howard, I think, was responding thinking, you're playing well, Sam, to keep going, but trying to find a way through Tom is, when he's in this shape, really difficult.
Yeah. Maybe he really needs to take pace off, try to find he's finding corners of the table quite a lot, but just even more acute angles. But then of course that comes with the risk that you don't make those shots. Now high risk. Maybe it is time for high risk though, because Sam needs something to get himself back into contention. Tom stands 1 game away from the 3rd men's singles title.
Level. One love.
Great different angle there of that rally, close up to the table.
Yeah, I feel Sam could be a little bit more aggressive around the net. Sometimes he's just holding the ball short as opposed to really working the ball short with spin, making it a little bit more difficult for Tom. If there's one slight area I think Sam could be looking to do a bit better is his short
Dolly!
work round the net. It's a bit soft.
Case in point, that last rally.
Or the other option is, if you're not comfortable playing with aggression short, go long with backspin and then try to follow up. You know, it's got to find a way to disturb the rhythm.
2-all.
And to a certain extent, he's got to really go for it now, hasn't he? You know, throw caution to the wind.
I was talking with Lou McTinnan in one of the earlier matches, and he said that the long push is coming back into fashion a little bit. Maybe that's something that Sam needs to get out of the locker.
3-2.
You do get phases. The chop block is more prevalent probably now in the game than it has been for a while.
Yeah, and it's funny how these things happen. You know, sometimes you just need a really great table player to do certain things, and it almost comes back into fashion. So Truls Murgaard is one of these players who plays a lot of backspin. He does a lot of chop blocks, and you know, people will look and think, well, if he can do it, he's number 3 in the world or 4 in the world.
Yeah. Look at that though from Tom. Sam on top in the rally, and then that change of direction. He's hit the white line and it's swinging away as well.
It just makes it look so easy, doesn't it?
I know, and pinpoint. You know, that really is pinpoint. If that is a fraction of an inch longer, it misses.
I don't think anyone gets that back from world table tennis.
No.
When you hit that shot, it's a winner.
No, and it's going further away from the right-hander as well. So they'll be sprawling on the canvas trying to get that one back. Oh, Sam nearly got that one as well down the line, and Tom responded. It's such good stuff. Look at that. How did he get that back? And then just flicking off the net for Sam and ending the rally. This time Sam makes it pay though. The acceleration through the ball, it's incredible to see up this close.
Dolly!
4-5.
Dolly!
6-4.
And just the 2-point lead again. I like the variety of this angle. The WTC have taken to showing all of their table tennis from the side, which I'm not quite sure I like that one. But just occasionally, for a little bit of variety, not dead on straight, just slightly off at an angle, you get an amazing viewpoint of what these players are doing. As Sam calls the timeout, I'm not surprised to see that now. He's lost the last 3 points, and he's only 4 points away from defeat. This is about as similar situation than when he was down to Andrew Bagley. He was down for a lot of, certainly one of the games that he had to win. So he'll have that knowledge that he has done it, but he hasn't done it against a player around 60 in the world, with all due respect to Andrew Bagley. Tom is a different kettle of fish to come back from a position like this.
Time.
Hey, come on.
7-4.
Sam needs points, and he needs points now. 3 away from defeat. What's happening here? Is there something on Sam's racket that...
I think what Sam might be saying here is he believes it was a wet ball served by Tom. It's a difficult one, isn't it, when that happens? Certainly wouldn't have been an intention for Tom to do that, but of course, if it was wet, usually they play the point again.
Yeah, Sam maybe not quite sure. He seemed to be a little late making that protest, if indeed it was a protest. Oh, but he's rebounded in style with that one. That's been quite a productive shot for him in this final, actually, that backhand down the line. Hasn't always landed it, but more often than not, he has. Yep, Sam doing what he needed to do on his serve, just closing the gap to 2. He still needs more. 2 of the next 3 points you feel need to go to Sam, otherwise he really will be in the last chance saloon facing match points. It's another great rally.
9-6.
Wow, look at that last one, right on the white line.
It's been a high quality match, this, hasn't it?
Well, actually, Sam might not feel too bad if he, as seems likely now, he is facing defeat. This one won't hurt quite as much as some of the others, I sense.
6-10.
Here we are. 4 championship points for a 3rd men's singles title. Mixing weight, and he's got another serve to come. There it is. Tom stands, arms outstretched. He's got his 3rd men's singles title, a puff of the cheeks. He knows that he was tested in that one. Sam Walker giving him warm congratulations.
Good match, well played.
Tom salutes the crowd. He's got his 3rd men's singles national title. 4-1, the final score.
Tom, how are you feeling? Your 3rd national title?
Yeah, it's emotional every time. Yeah, my dad gets me emotional in the corner. Yeah, nationals, it means a lot to me. It's every kid's dream to be national champion, and I just feel very lucky that I can do it 3 times.